Hello everyone and welcome to another weird creature video. Although in this case we have a weird creature to begin with, because look at that. That is a Betty by Eye baby. And I don't want to be mean, but I'm going to be a little mean because most of the community agrees this is the most monstrous pony there is. And the good news is I actually bought a bag full of these babies, so we need to start doing something with them. And I hope you don't mind that I changed this one completely. Although you might agree with me that the inspiration I received when I saw this pony might not be that far off from what we have to begin with. But let me show you what I mean. So the first thing we're going to do is prepare the head, and what I mean by this is actually removing those rusty, creepy eyes. And let me warn you in advance that this video is going to have a lot of poking and pushing and changing. But the first thing, before I tell you what this is going to turn into, although you probably saw the thumbnail, the first thing is that I decided to remove the eyes completely because of two reasons. The first one is a bit of a lazy reason, and is that these eyes are very rusty and I don't know yet how to unrust them. But the second one, and the main one, is that I really don't like them. I'm really sorry if you do. I'm really sorry, BBE pony designers. I have been looking at this bag of BBE ponies and I don't want to repair them. And I mean, these are not difficult to find because nobody wants them. And I just thought maybe we can keep the spirit of the creepiness but do something else. And what is creepier or cuter than that worm in the movie Labyrinth? If you haven't seen it, I fully recommend it. It was released in 1986, so a while ago, still holds up, and it actually features David Bowie, who plays the Goblin King, and it's so good. It's so good. The tights, the hair, oh, amazing. So it has great music, it has great puppets, and Jennifer Connelly is in it. It's just great, and it's good entertainment for like the whole family. Because, for example, recently we had like a mini family meeting with my mom, my sister, my brother, my niece, many of us. We were trying to find a movie we could all watch, and we actually decided on Labyrinth, and it was a great choice because we all had different memories of it, and for my niece it was the first time she was watching it. So this is in a way also a celebration of that moment we spent together. And one of the first characters that Sarah, Jennifer Connelly, meets is actually Worm, who is super friendly and adorable and has a Cockney accent. So today we're going to be working on a worm custom. Luckily we have some things we can reuse from this pony. We have these big eye sockets, I guess. And I was tempted to do a more realistic depiction of the worm, but I think we should keep with the pony style, the G1 style. So it's going to be quite plain looking. This is still an excuse because I can't make it more elaborate. It's going to be very plain looking on purpose. And it's not going to have every single detail you can see from the movie. So a little less hair, and what else? Not as many wrinkles. So because we're going to also use milliput, we're going to do some sculpting. The first thing we need to do is remove all the hair and remove all the symbols, remove the eyes. I'm sorry. Here are some creepy leftovers that would fit in the movie, I think. We might be able to do something with those eyes later on. If you have any ideas, please let me know in the comments. But in any case, here is the look of this poor BBE pony, now that we have removed some of the features. And now we're going to deal with symbols, and then we'll be ready to start sculpting and truly modifying the body. Oh, and before we move on to the next section, a quick note about the sounds in this video. I started this a few weeks ago, so I wasn't ready yet to record only sounds, but it's coming. I promise. Maybe not the next one, but one of these videos coming out soon will have only sound. And I'm also working on a comment suggestion, making videos by theme. Let me explain. By now I have a lot of footage of previous projects, a lot of cleaning, a lot of hair cutting, rehairing. So I have actually two ideas. You know how I am, I start getting excited. So let me tell you the first one first. So this was a suggestion in one of the videos. It was suggested by Predictable Enigma, and thank you so much because I love this idea. The first thing I'm going to do is create compilations of certain tasks, for example, cleaning and hair cutting, because they have very nice little sounds. So if you like listening to those, the and the then you might find those useful. Yes, those are coming soon. Also shorts, but that's for the next time. Second idea, I might feel brave enough to do a live rehair session. Please let me know if this will be something that you will be interested. So I was thinking, because I have been recording these games. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to feature this in a special video soon, but I recorded my first gaming video. So if you want to help me by taking a look at those, see if maybe they interest you, they can accompany you, then please take a look. I will leave a link in the comments to the new gaming channel. But again, I'm going in a different tangent. Returning, I think I can do some live videos, and I was thinking, okay, what would be good things to do live? Because obviously not obviously, I could do an 8-hour streaming video, but I don't think anyone will watch that long. So I was thinking, what could be good things to do that don't take us long? So here are some ideas. I have seen other channels do kind of a roulette. We could do a pony roulette where we have small projects and we let some kind of chance device decide what we're going to do. Or maybe you can decide what. So for example, we can have some bodies. That sounds a little bad. We can have some pony bases. I could use one of my boxes. We could randomly get one for a base, and then we could use some roulette to decide the hair color and maybe suggestions to decide the symbols. So I have to think about this a little more, but there is something forging. And as I mentioned, because of the games, I have been doing lots of like recording live, because when I record these videos I tend to pause a lot so I can think what I'm going to kind of say. And in the games I just talk and talk and talk and talk. And this is something that sounded very scary before, and now it kind of I realize it's fun and it will be fun to do something live. Again, not ready just yet, but soon. But also don't worry, I'm not going to spend this whole video talking about things I want to do. Let's just do the things, do some things. Okay, let's go back to what's happening here on the screen. I am using Milliput, which is epoxy putty. I want to fill in the eyes, and then I want to recreate the eyes somehow using some kind of crystal effect. It would be great to use resin, but I haven't tried that yet, and I know that I can do it with acrylic paint with just a glossy paint. But I did buy a little resin kit, just like those small ones for jewelry and things like that. I just wasn't sure how I could cure it, because it needs UV light, and you have seen my UV light box. It's kind of huge and it's not very stable, so didn't want to risk it in this case, because once those eyes go in the pony, that's it. There is no turning back, I think. So here what I did instead is just paint the base with some acrylic pens, and I'm going to use acrylic paint to then draw kind of the eye. I should have used the reference, I didn't. I just assumed I knew how to draw eyes. This was an incorrect assumption. Alright, so even though some of you have very kindly mentioned that you like listening to me talk about things, I am making kind of longer videos, and I really don't want to bore you. So for those that mention that you don't mind me talking, is there anything in particular you would like to hear me talk about? Like only describing the process, because the process tends to be quite similar for all the projects I do. In this case, would you like me to talk about, for example, the inspiration, like the movie, tell you facts about Labyrinth, or what my favorite David Bowie songs are? Please let me know, because I am not sure how I can make the videos better for you, because I try to pick music and I don't think that is working that well. It's quite hard to find the music. There is a free library, but it's relatively limited, and when I used music from other sources I actually had some problems, because not everything that is supposed to be royalty free is actually royalty free. It's a bit tricky. So I would really appreciate any feedback in that respect. And I'm not saying it to like get more comments on the algorithm of all of those things. I'm honestly learning how to do things that like you can find also helpful or that accompany you and stuff. And I can talk for ages about almost nothing, but maybe that's not such a great idea. And now that I have said that, I feel self-conscious, and I think I will leave you with some music. I have gone through the entire library. I have checked even like royalty-free 1920s songs. And the choice for today's video was actually not made by me. It was made by my mom, who is sitting right next to me right now. And if you don't like it, you have to tell her. So I'll leave you with the music now, and I'll see you at the end of the video. time to look at the results. This is what our very cute and pretty BBE eyes pony looked like before. And now let's take a look after the surgery. Here we have my rendition of the Labyrinth's worm in pony shape. Simplified pony shape. Another look at the before, and please let me know if you want to see me repair one of these ponies. I can do that. And again the after. So some things I liked about this project. I really enjoyed doing the little dots on the paint. I like the hair and I kind of like the eyelids. I do not like the eyes, they need to be bubblier, bigger, and I don't like the scarf because it was kind of an afterthought. I should have paid a little more attention or care to that. But to be honest, I think it is rather cute, creepy and cute, and it will go to my collection of creepy creations. So any ideas for the next one, please let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye bye!